Chapter 4, Lesson 1. The first work together, they're going to have you work with chart of accounts, and I thought I'd just go over what's in the book really quick before we got started. So on page 92, if you want to follow along so you can see it just a little bit better, the chart of accounts are just a list of all the different ledger accounts. Each account gets a ledger to keep track of money going in and money going out, or supplies going in, supplies going out, or what people owe you and what they don't owe you. Each account has a number, and in the book here somewhere, right in here, they have a numbering system. I keep thinking this is going to focus better, but so on page 92 in the account numbers section, it says general ledger division is your first number, and the second two numbers are going to tell you the general ledger division location within that general ledger division. So if my first number starts with a 1, then I'm dealing with an asset. If my first number starts with a 2, I'm dealing with a liability, because 100s are assets, 200s are liabilities, 300s are owner's equity, 400s are going to be revenues, and 500s are going to be expenses. The other thing that you need to know, go back up to the chart of accounts on that page, notice the left side is labeled balance sheet accounts. These are used on the balance sheet statement. Assets, liabilities, and owner's equity, the accounting equation accounts, are used on the balance sheet. And on the right-hand side is the income statement accounts. And the income statement accounts are revenue and expense. And that's what you'll find on the income statements, is your revenue and expenses. And those are two statements we're going to be making fairly shortly. When you want to add an account, the reason why we do it by tens, if you'll notice, it says assets are like cash, petty cash, accounts receivable, all of that. It's just because it is, gosh, I wish it would not be so blurry, so that we can sneak another account in. So if all of a sudden on their example, on the expenses side, if we wanted to sneak in water expense, and expenses have to be alphabetized, the other ones don't, but this expenses have to be alphabetized, it would fall under utilities. So the next 10 would be 570. But let's say I wanted to put in their gasoline expense, well, that would land between the first two, advertising and insurance. So I put it halfway in between, 515, so that there's still room to put an account above it and below it. Now, if you get a business that is really has a lot of accounts, you might be working with 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 instead of in the hundreds. But it's the same concept. So let's quit this and try work together.